Hey there, and welcome to Careers Unchecked, the podcast where we stop checking boxes and start making moves. This is for barrier breakers, career builders, and anyone who's ready to build a career that actually feels like theirs. I'm Brandi Oldham, career coach, interior designer, and year-round iced coffee drinker. Around here, we keep it real. From navigating career pivots to figuring out how to stay balanced when your to-do list feels like it's just never ending. Whether you're chasing that next promotion, thinking about switching things up, or just trying to figure out what's next, you're in the right place. My goal? To help you trust yourself, take action that feels good, and build a career that's sustainable, not stressful. So grab your drink of choice, settle in, and let's get to it. Let's talk about a double life, when your side hustle starts winning. There is this moment that no one is going to warn you about. You're answering emails from your day job, but your brain is stuck on the invoice you forgot to send for your side hustle. You're in a meeting about Q4 deliverables, but all you want to do is check and see if that new client signed the proposal. You're doing two jobs. Only one of them lights you up, and suddenly the thing you started for extra money or creative fulfillment, it starts to feel like a real job. That's when you start asking, is this just a side hustle or is this something more? And if it is, when do you make the leap? Side hustles are complicated. I would know. I had two of them for a time. They start out as a fun experiment, a creative outlet, or a way to make just some extra money. But then they pick up speed and they grow, and suddenly you're living a double life and honestly barely hanging on. I see this all the time with clients. Some want flexibility, others want freedom. Most of them just want to build something that is theirs, fully theirs. And here's what's wild. So many people don't realize that I coach on this too. But let's be honest, it's also part of the career journey. Yes, I help clients navigate careers in the traditional sense, promotions, layoffs, etc. Maybe I help them with leadership, burnout, and big pivots, but I also coach on how to turn a side hustle into a business, one that's sustainable, aligned, and profitable. Because when your side hustle starts winning, you're going to need more than a little hope and a dream. You're going to need a plan. So let's talk numbers for just a minute. According to Zapier's 2023 State of the Business Automation Report, 40% of Americans have a side hustle, and 27% of them earn more than half their total income from it. That's amazing. The average side hustler makes around $1,100 a month, but after 5 years, that number jumps to $2,500 a month. That's not pocket change. At that point, you've got some momentum going. But success, it brings stress. It brings tension. Your time is maxed out. Your energy is divided. Your priorities are starting to get a little blurry. And you're living in limbo because what's stable and what's possible are now colliding. So how do you know if a side hustle is, number one, right for you? And if it is, how do you know when to make the leap out of side hustle status? Let's break it down. First, I want you to ask yourself this. Is your side hustle successful because of true market demand? Or is it only working because you're pouring every drop of your energy into it? If it's sustainable beyond your hustle pace, that's a really good sign. If it only runs when you're burning the candle at both ends, we might need to go back to the drawing board. Next, can you realistically replace your salary and your benefits within 6 months? And I mean realistically, not if everything goes perfect. I want to know, have you done the math? Have you factored in taxes, time off, health insurance, childcare? There are a lot of things to consider. Your side hustle doesn't need to be perfect, but this clarity will create confidence, and that is going to help you be successful. Now, I need you to do a little gut check here. What would you regret more, not trying or trying and failing? That voice you've been ignoring might speak up here. Listen to it. And finally, is your full-time job performance starting to slip because you're mentally checked out and you honestly have too much on your plate? If you're phoning it in Monday through Friday so you can work weekends on your business or evenings, it might be time to start making some bigger decisions. Honest decisions. Here's the good news. You don't have to go all in overnight. I've had clients negotiate part-time hours so they could grow their business gradually. At one point when I had my side hustle, my boss was actually supportive of me doing some odd jobs here and there to grow my experience because it helped my day job. One client I had even pitched a new role at her company based on her side hustle skills and then said yes to that opportunity, and so did they. You don't always have to do this grand leap. Sometimes you just build a bridge or do a little sidestep. So if you've got a side hustle or you're thinking about starting one, here's what I want you to focus on this week. First of all, you gotta track your time. Not just the hours you're clocking in, but the mental load too. The brainstorming, the late night ideas, the problem solving, the stress, the excitement, it all counts. And when you see it all in front of you, it becomes a lot easier to make intentional decisions about how this is going to fit into your overall life. Second, you really do need to do the math. What would you need to earn to fully replace your income, including benefits, taxes, and some wiggle room? And how close are you now? And how long realistically would it take you to get to that current place that you're in with your full-time job? This may not be your strong suit, so you might need to reach out to a CPA or someone else that's skilled in this area to make sure that you're realistically thinking about the financial implications. And third, set a decision point, not to quit, just to pause and reevaluate. Give yourself a 30-day window, let's say, to reflect on how much time, energy, and intention you want to give each path. You don't need to declare some big thing on social media, but you do need to give yourself clarity. And if you're thinking, okay, but how do I actually figure all of this out? This sounds really overwhelming. I just want you to know that's what I do with clients. If you're just getting started or even sitting on the edge of a big transition, I can help you clarify your offer. I can help you find your audience, get your numbers straight, and make a plan that supports your life and your income. And just so you know, I've mentioned it a couple times, I'm not speaking from theory. This is exactly how I built both of my businesses. My coaching practice and my interior design firm both started as side hustles while I was working in corporate HR. I grew them slowly, step by step, while still working other jobs and honestly navigating a very full and messy life. So I know what it feels like to sit in that tension and to wonder, can I do this? Am I crazy for wanting more or even crazy not to try? You don't have to decide anything today. But I hope you walk away from this episode feeling a little more grounded, more informed, and more confident in your ability to choose the next right step for you, whatever that looks like. And if at some point you want to partner in building something that feels like yours, you know where to find me. I'm not going anywhere. You've got this. If you're interested in doing a side hustle, I'm here to support you. Thanks for joining me today on Careers Unchecked. If you've got a career question or just need someone to bounce an idea off of, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take a breath, take a step, and keep moving forward. You've got this.
Calling all storytellers, performers, and creatives. The Soundstage is your home for high-quality recording in the heart of Clark County. Whether you're working on a podcast, audiobook, voiceover project, audio series, or audition, we offer a professional, welcoming studio space for actors, artists, and creators. Come record with confidence and mention Careers Unchecked to get $5 off your next session. Learn more about The Soundstage, the Northwest's premier voiceover and recording studio at thesoundstagenw.com.